close once. We started this whole Expendables thing together, but we had a falling out.
What are you gonna do?
Reload.
We're talking about the Expendables 3. It's known now. A copy of it leaked. And I ain't talking about that copy where you hear somebody coughing and farting and you see a silhouette passing by every 5 minutes. No. It's a clean copy. So the studios out there, y'all hiring all these Green Berets and Navy SEALs to stop people in the movie. Don't use your phone. We better not see the light come on. You won't get kicked out. We'll shoot you if you do that. And meanwhile, right under your fucking nose, somebody got a nice, clean, pristine copy and put it out there in the internets for y'all to enjoy. Y'all too busy looking this way. Well, right behind you, there goes the intern. Doom, 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 doom. I can't wait for my friends to see this shit. Yeah, well, get your priorities straight now. But anyway, y'all got the Expendables at the theater trying to keep track of us with our phones. Meanwhile, y'all got the fucking geek intern at the studio stealing shit. But the Expendables 3, we on our third one right now. Sylvester Stallone, he ain't tired yet. Oh shit, let me see, where am I on this? All right, I had it on the clip. Let me bring it back to here. What you laughing about?
This drawing this week, I don't know, man.
You know, like, I don't know, man. We look like fucking steroid mimes or something.
Exactly.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. That does look fucked up now. I'm looking at like, what the fuck was I trying to say?
Did you draw this right before we started the show?
Actually, yes. I didn't have time to draw guns.
Wow.
Hey, look at this. We look like commando mimes.
I think yours has on like a beret.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. And guess what? Y'all got to watch it through this whole review. Sorry. But anyway, Sylvester Stallone is back with the rest of the crew for the Expendables. This time what's different, though, is that he's actually admitting, I'm kind of tired of this shit.
Yeah, and my boys are kind of old and tired.
Yeah.
We bring some new blood in here.
Yeah, we got to bring some new blood in here. So he gets together a crop of new guys to come in because he's telling the old guys, look, we keep doing this, we're going to end up dead. And they were like, well, yeah, that was part of the whole deal, right?
Yeah, we know that. That's why we're here.
We are called Expendables, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole point. But
he retires them against their will.
Yeah, they're like, man, we living up to our shit just because you scared.
Yeah.
And pussing out now. Don't put that shit on us. But he's like, no, if I quit, you gotta quit. And so they say, all right, man, fuck it. You know what?
You're gonna be an asshole.
You're gonna be an asshole about it. Yeah, we'll quit. So he goes out and gets a new team. Now, not only does this new team, we're bringing in some new old blood along with some new young blood. And so you see some new faces in here. Wesley Snipes, Mel Gibson right here. Kelsey Grammar's even coming at Frazier, getting a piece of the action. But
Harrison Ford's
coming in here. But some of the other people that you don't see are some of the younger people.
Antonio Banderas.
Oh, that's right. Antonio Banderas is in this. And like I said, we bring in some new people who not only bring in the guns and the muscle, but they bring in some new skills like technology.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't have to shoot people all day. We can hack shit now.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm looking at rock climbing, and all that kind of stuff. So the new people that they're bringing in here that we see: Glenn Powell, Victor Ortiz, Ronda Rousey, Kellen Lutz. Ronda Rousey, by the way, she's an MMA fighter.
Aren't they all?
Are they?
I don't know.
I know one of them was Conan, but anyway. So they're bringing these new people. Ronda Rousey, by the way, I saw her beat the fuck out somebody.
She looks like she could.
Ain't she scary?
Yeah.
I saw her in a match where she grabbed somebody by the neck, flipped them over, and beat them in the face about 10 times. And the referee, I don't know what's going on. The referee must have been looking at something else, or looking at a woman in the audience, playing on his phone or something, because he turned around like, oh shit, he's going to kill her.
It's funny with these, with the female MMA fighters. It's like they're just looking for any of them that's pretty.
Yeah.
Like with Gina Carano, they were like, I don't know how well you fight, but you're pretty. Let's make some movies with you.
Oh, yeah.
With this girl here.
But I'm going to say that this is not, this could be a good thing or a bad thing, bringing in these new people. I think it's a good thing because it's finally them kind of owning up to the joke.
Yeah.
And I mean, because with the third one, I mean, that's the joke now. Y'all need to sit y'all's asses down for y'all have a heart attack or something.
That was a joke of the first one.
I did too, but they didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we on the third one right now.
Right.
And so I think that makes this more enjoyable. But along with bringing in new people, you're also bringing in some of the tired cliches that we see with these things all the time. You're going to bring in the new people. They're going to fight with the old people. Grandpa, Junior,
I know.
Boy, all that's going to be thrown around.
It's like, man, mercenaries are not comedy writers at all.
Fuck no. I ain't got no new shit. No. I mean, y'all stick to just shooting people because y'all don't know comedy at all.
And I'm pretty sure those are the scenes where they had them just ad lib, like, yeah, just throw some insults back and forth. And it's like, wow, that's the best y'all could come up with.
That's the best y'all got. I mean, it's like.
I mean, why weren't you saying like, where's the beef?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to give you a laugh because you could probably beat my ass right now.
Say it from here. There ain't none of them around right now.
Yeah, no, right now we talk shit. Y'all some stupid non-comedy motherfuckers. But along with the rest of the crew, we have the rest of Expendables. We have Dolph Lundgren, Randy Couture, Terry Crews, and of course Arnold Schwarzenegger's rounding out things right here. Who, by the way, I mean, you talk about no new material.
Yeah,
that motherfucker.
They said they just have him cycle through all his old catchphrases.
You knew on the set that they just let him ad lib, mainly because he's not because he's big, but just because he's old now.
Yeah,
and it's truly people. He says get to the chopper about 3 times
just to make sure that you heard. Because he said it's kind of low key at first.
Yeah,
but he's like, no, I think I can really sell this if I give it a second chance.
And it's one of those deals where you can see they leave the camera on him long enough where you see him like get to the chopper.
I lied.
Oh yeah, I lied. You know the person who ain't in camera's like, yeah, man, come on, shit, let's go. Goddamn, Arnold, I love you, man, but you got to retire that old shit, man. But I do like this movie. I do like this movie better than the first one. I did not see the second one.
I'm gonna just say right off the bat that I fucking hate these Expendables movies.
Oh, I know. Every time you come out, you look worn out.
I come out mad. And I will say that this one is the best one. It's by far the best one. Now, I'm not saying it to be like I'm enthusiastic about the movie, like I love it. I'm just saying compared to those pieces of shit, this one, hey, not so bad.
You know what?
They do a lot of things that are good, bringing in that new blood.
Yeah.
And even bringing in, like, of the old blood, new old blood. Like, I love seeing Wesley Snipes. I was just excited that he was back.
Look, Wesley Snipes happy to be in the movie like, oh, yeah, I'm here.
And, it's like out of the old guys, like, they're the only two who you actually see do martial arts.
Who, Wesley Snipes and Jason Statham. Oh, I forgot to mention Jason Statham, who he's been the one that I've always kind of liked out of the whole Expendables crew.
Out of all those first 2 movies, like they're just garbage. The only thing that's not garbage about those movies is the rapport between him and Stallone. Like they seem like they have a genuine friendship.
Yeah,
and it's almost like it's their show with these other people there just to be clowns.
Yeah.
And this movie doesn't spend time doing the foolishness where like everybody gets a little spotlight to do something, crazy or fun or make you love them. It's like it kind of gets to business.
And if I could say one thing about Wesley Snipes, I like Wesley Snipes in the movie. And he gets a cool opening scene.
He does.
He gets a real cool opening scene because after that opening scene right there, they say, all right, now sit your black ass down. You got yours out the way. Because he's done appear in the whole movie a lot.
There's too many characters.
That's too many. That's the thing. But that's cool that they said, you get your scene right here. We're going to get it out the way.
Yeah.
You're the new person. Get yours. All right, sit down. The other thing about Wesley Snipes, he's still too pretty to be an expendable.
I know. He is. Like Wesley Snipes, man, you make fun of him for being black. But his black is really not cracking because you watch, you're like, how old is he?
That shit ain't cracking and it ain't lacking, man. Wesley Snipes is too pretty. Now, you're looking at this right here and you thinking, yeah, how old is this motherfucker, man? I mean, when they talk about it, Wesley Snipes is like an oil slick. Well, let's keep this skin moisturized.
Yeah, like he could go right now and go shoot Mo Better Blues again.
He could. The brother don't change. Another thing about him, why am I calling him pretty? There's a poster out there and my man looks just like one of my aunties because he got a rag on his head.
Yeah.
Look at that shit. That's some Tuwan Fu shit right there.
Exactly.
Look at him. Tell me he don't look like a chick.
He does. He's got those big Alfred Woodard eyes.
He's got hey, tell me if you don't slap him on a bottle of syrup, he don't look like Aunt Jemima right now. Just pretty. Look at him. That Negro look like he should be working in a hair salon right now. He look at his post. He talking about girl.
Now, okay, go back to that post.
Okay.
Okay, so you see Wesley Snipes. You go over to, there's a young guy, Kelsey Grammar, and it's Terry Crews going, ah! And what he doesn't know right there is like once they get Wesley Snipes, they go like, oh wait, we don't need two black guys.
They pull a Walking Dead.
They took his ass out fast. It's like he didn't do the math. He's sitting there like,
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
And Wesley Snipes like, coming right up. It's funny because I think there's a moment in the movie where, look, I ain't no spoiler here. Mel Gibson shoots Terry Crews and takes him out the movie. I think Mel Gibson really shot his ass because Terry Crews didn't even, he was like, shit, somebody shot me for real.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta get you out this movie. Like, goddamn.
We already met our quota with Wesley Snipes. You know, there can't be two, so.
They pulled a T-Dog on his ass.
They did.
And we got, from The Walking Dead, we got a new black man. We can't have two on the screen.
Yeah.
Too many people.
People gonna get y'all confused. We can't have that.
Look at him. He's screaming right now because he just got shot. Shit! Terry Crews can't close his mouth for nothing, can he? No matter what he's in, he still got to do all that hollering and shit. Attack! Oh, well, anyway, people. The movie, the reason why the movie is, it's cool is because the characters, I would say that the action in it is, man, you see this action so much,
you know
this type of action.
Like my biggest problem with the movie is like to be an action movie, the action is so mediocre and bland and everything you've seen before. We see so many great action movies that has great, fight coordination all the time. Not here. Man, it's chopped sloppily. You can tell it's stuntmen all the time.
It's fake, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
like watching the A-Team.
It's one thing because first of all, none of the Expendables are gonna get hurt,
right?
Except for when they gotta take a nigga out the movie. But the Expendables are not gonna get hurt,
right?
The villains are generic that they're shooting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it might as well be stormtroopers.
And explosions are generic too. These explosions just pop out of anywhere, and there's nothing. I mean, you have random explosions in so many places. It's like I don't even know what y'all blowing up anymore.
There's not really any action scenes where I go, wow, okay, that was cool.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and give y'all a scene here with some of that with some of the action to show you. I mean, it's just chaos. You can't even really tell what's going on anymore after a while. And then they just start doing the shit just gets ridiculous after a while.
Yeah.
Like the action will get crazy with gunshots and explosions and fighting. And then one motherfucker will say, I'm just going to ride this motorcycle up this plane right here.
Oh, I know.
Why? Because shit is just getting nuts already. This is TV action,
It
man.
is. Now let me show you how to ride a bike.
See, look at this. He's like, shit, I lost my fucking mind!
Oh, is this easy?
Pretty much.
Now, one thing I would say is that like with the action, I was like, man, they really need John Woo to direct one of these. And I know he's got his tropes we see all the time: the slow motion, two guys with guns on each other, doves, arch enemies having to work together. But it could this franchise could use some of that.
It really could, man. You are right about that. And they need somebody who has a flair for making an art out of action, because this action right here is about as generic as you can get. If we bought this action off the shelf, it would be in a white box with black letters, man. The box would say action.
And the generic villains, except for Mel Gibson.
Except for Mel Gibson, man.
If anything, the movie made me sad because it really made me feel sorry for Mel Gibson. And I've been like at the front of the fuck Mel Gibson charge, but just watch, it's like, man, the guy's he's talented. Even in a movie like this, playing as villain, he's a great villain.
Well, you know what? I say fuck Mel Gibson, but you talented, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you are a star.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why you are a star. And you look at him in this movie, and he's a great villain, man. He has a great backstory that kind of makes him sympathetic. He's well written.
Exactly.
He's a badass.
Yeah.
He's got great lines in the film, man.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson is really bringing, you know what? It's kind of like, fuck all these new young people you brought in here. He's the one that's bringing the fresh air to the franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great, man. And I would also say somebody else in the movie, besides Mel Gibson, Kelsey Grammar. Okay, Kelsey Grammar is good, but he's not really in the movie a whole lot. Well, can I? You know, I know you want to say something. Let me just say something before I forget.
Okay.
Because they show some people like Kelsey Grammar. We're thinking, well, what? Kelsey Grammar's an expendable? What's he gonna do? And then they say Harrison Ford. Now we know Harrison Ford has done. He's done some action.
How long ago?
That's the point. They bring Harrison Ford in here, and he's like, I hope y'all ain't expecting me to do that Indiana Jones shit. Because I'm in every scene, I'm either just going to be standing in one place, or most of the time, I'm going to be sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sitting in a car.
Yeah.
I'm going to be sitting in a plane.
Or a helicopter.
A helicopter on my phone. You know, always making a call. And
Listen, kid, I'm just going to grab the joystick and do this, and you just tilt your camera.
That's the funny thing about it. They tried to give Harrison Ford some action scenes in here where he's in a plane, and they don't do nothing but that Star Trek shit, but they shaking the camera. He's trying to wiggle a little bit. And it's like, he ain't doing a goddamn thing in this movie. He said, fuck that. I'm high as hell right now.
Right.
I'm old. I ain't doing that action shit. I ain't stupid.
Yeah.
And so, and like I said, Kelsey Grammer, he comes in. He's like, hey, I'm just the informant guy, the information
I'm
guy.
helping you build a team. But the scenes with him and Stallone, I was like, hey, you know what? I like these. They feel like real characters, and he's not being Frasier.
You know what? And that was the thing. Him and Kelsey Grammer and Sylvester Stallone, the movie, they did have. That's the thing about the movie, man. When there's no action going on, it's great.
It is.
Kelsey Grammer, as another guy, brings some class to this. And they're sitting up there talking. They're having a good back and forth. It's like, man, why don't y'all just fucking cut all the fighting out?
Exactly.
Because even when they fighting, there's other things that the movie does. If we want to talk about tropes, like when they're recruiting people, it's one of those things where they go somewhere and they happen to catch one of the people that they're recruiting right when they're in a fight. You know, they go to a bar where all fight just happen to break out. It's man, it's really cool when you don't have any of those other people on there, and another person or any of this nonsense action in there. Another person that makes the movie.
Antonio Banderas,
man.
He showed up like his character is enthusiastic and wants to join the Expendables. I don't even think they wrote that dialogue for him. I think that was just him. It's like, I just want to be part of this franchise.
Oh yeah, but look at Harrison Ford. He don't even want to be here.
Yeah, he don't want to be there.
Like, he looking like, wow, damn it, y'all call me and shit. I was smoking.
But Antonio Banderas, he's like a annoying guy who talks all the time. But you like him so much. He's just so enthusiastic. He really put himself in it.
And Antonio Banderas, he is so enthusiastic. He's a funny character.
He's like Puss in Boots almost.
He is Puss in Boots in this, man. Pretty much. But he's
just
like
not as smooth.
But he's a goofy ass Puss in Boots because in the movie, man, he's a great character because they're looking for young people. They say if you were born in 1984 or after, then you can be on the team. But he comes up, and Kelsey Grammer is even like, oh, they're looking at him. He's like, oh shit, who's this badass jumping all over the place and climbing stuff, and like he's like Spider-Man. Yeah. And then the guy he jumps down, takes off the mask, and Kelsey Grammer's like, oh fuck this guy again. he's like
man, I'm sorry, waste your time. Let's get out of here.
Kelsey Grammer's like everywhere I go, he's trying out for some shit he's not supposed to be trying out for. Fuck this guy, man. Let's get out of here. And he's like, no, please, I can do this. I'm young in the mind. Please, I need this. And it's like, oh man, give him a chance.
Yeah, right.
Fuck. But this is man, I had fun with this. This is good.
Yeah, when it wasn't doing action, I had to admit to myself, I'm kind of enjoying it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like I said, I don't know. I'm like you, Martin. I shouldn't be jumping on your ass because I'm kind of confused about this.
All our movies. You know what? Hey, welcome this to August and September. Welcome to post-summer. Where the movies come in right in that mid-range, and you're just kind of like, I'm not sure where to go with a rating on this.
Same here, man, because I know that this is going to get bad reviews, and I know in the critic circle, it's not really good to like a movie like this, but I believe, taken in the right context, where you're just watching a goofy 80s throwback movie, it's fun. You don't have to be all high and mighty about this. The only thing that I'll say is maybe they need to figure out what to do new with it besides bringing in new blood, because Sylvester Stallone didn't want to do this no more. He's spending the movie talking about, I'm tired of this shit. He's talking about this franchise. He's trying to keep the shit going with new people and still get that money. But he don't want to. He don't want to do this no more, man.
Another thing, man. When you watch it, every time he's on screen, you just can't help but go like, God damn, he's getting old.
Man, did you see?
Every time he's on screen, it's new to you. You go like, oh God damn, he's old.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get a shot here with his face, because if you look at his face now, I don't know how much plastic surgery my man has had, but his lips are about to fall off his skull.
And is it just me, or could you not understand what he was saying most of the time?
And you know what? They made a joke about that.
It's like, damn, I can understand Schwarzenegger better than him now.
Well, there's a point in the movie where he looks at Jason Statham and says, I can't understand this guy saying either. And Jason Statham like, fuck you. No one can understand what your dumb ass is saying.
Right. And Harrison Ford, he's got his running gag every time Jason Statham talks. He's like, I don't understand that guy. And it's like, hey, man, you growling all your shit, too. So. Man,
yeah, everything you say, he's the last one. You've been talking about somebody. Everything Harrison Ford says today is... You're just like, what? Do you want some? Do you want some kibble or something?
Did Timmy fall down the well?
Yeah. What is it, Harrison? Who's trapped in the well? And look, and poor Sylvester, man, he's looking like, when there's some people that get so much plastic surgery, you can't tell if they're a man or a woman now.
Yeah, they start looking like Asian women.
Yeah.
Like Kenny Rogers got that, man. You see Kenny Rogers, you're like, who the hell is that? Whose grandmother is that is growing a beard?
I said, somebody here put a Santa Claus suit on this fool, because he got them rose-ass cheeks and he can't stop smiling.
Like, I can't close my eyes. I'm trying. I can't sleep.
Motherfucker just ready for Christmas. But you know what, man? Fuck it. I have fun with this. I enjoyed the characters. But yeah, they did get into that action shit. So goddamn, what am I gonna do here, Martin? I'm gonna go with a high rental.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm gonna go with a high rental.
I don't know if I'm gonna go high rental, but I will say rental, because it reminded me, like, hey, if it was a movie I was watching on TV, like so many of their movies that they made in the 80s, watch on cable.
Yeah.
And this is the first one of the Expendables movies. Like, not only is it the best, but I think it's the first one that actually lived up to the premise of what it is.
Yeah, it did.
It felt like, these are those mercenaries from before, from these other movies that have come together. And yeah, it worked. And it's a plot I understood. They're fighting a guy from their past who knows him, an actual real villain.
Yeah.
Because with those other movies, I'm like, I don't even remember what the conflict was, how this all got started.
That's what I keep saying. That's why I have complaints about Guardians of the Galaxy. A real villain will make you care. Even if the side character that he's fucking with don't mean anything. A villain, if you just hate him, that'll make you care.
But that turn that Mel Gibson has, where he starts laying out his motivation, you go like, well, shit, man, I'm not sure if he's wrong or right here.
Even the young crew was like, I don't know, we supposed to be with Sylvester Stallone on this. You talking some good shit right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, there you go, people. Not a bad movie. The best out of the series, I think,
by far.
And that ain't really saying.
I know that's
saying a whole lot.
That's even that much of a compliment.
No, it's not. Now you talk about a backhanded compliment. Well, you ain't as shitty as your last movie. So hey,
but you know what? It's rare that the third movie would be the best in a series, in a franchise.
That is true. They went up.
Yeah.
So there you go. Hey, Martin, talking about going up. Let's see if you can reach for this gold star right here, Martin. We're gonna do one more game before we get out of here.
Uh-huh.
And this one's not as complicated. Very simple. We can get through this real quick.
Okay.
Yes, Martin. We have a lot of action stars in this film right here.
Yes.
And there's so many of them. You think to yourself, Martin, you think, there should have been some more people in the Expendables. Well, not really. You got too many goddamn people.
Because they can't even fit them all on the poster.
You can't even, that's right. Every post, they had to make new frames at the theater because they had to have the poster go out like horizontal.
Yeah, it's going to look like one of those high school class photos.
After a while. Well, you know something? I believe that there were some people who could have been in the Expendables, but they were just too busy.
Oh.
They were too busy doing other things. I have 5 people here who could have been in the Expendables, but they were out doing something else. Let's see what they were too busy doing. They couldn't join the crew.
Yeah, what made them too good?
What made them too good? Martin, you're right about that. Our first one right here. Martin, let me get my stuff prepped right here. Hold on. The first question here is, this person was too busy boxing, fighting aliens, and living in America. Martin, do you think you know who this is? People, do you think you know who this is? This person couldn't join the Expendables because they were too busy boxing, fighting aliens, and living in America.
Will Smith?
I'm sorry, Martin. People, do you know who it is? Let me go ahead and put it up. Living in America. He was Apollo Creed. He was boxing.
Oh, okay.
And
fighting aliens, Predator. Okay.
Yeah,
right,
in
okay.
Predator.
Yeah,
there you go. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, he could have come on Expendables and killed the roaches and the bugs.
Yeah.
Damn, he's looking at this like, do I want to eat this or do I want to fuck this? I can't tell.
A lot of protein.
All right, Martin.
Action Jackson.
You remember Action Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
The Pointer Sisters did the soundtrack for that, at least his theme song. He turns me out. Singing about Action Jackson, boy. I'm just talking about Action Jackson. Martin, let's get into our next one right here.
All right.
This person was too busy being oiled up and making romantic comedies. Martin, do you have an idea of who this might be? Who couldn't be in the Expendables?
Oiled up.
Too busy being oiled up and making a bunch of romantic comedies that they could not be in the Expendables team.
Would that be...
Wait a minute, hold on. The people out there know? Give you a couple of seconds. 1, 2. Martin, tell the people who it is.
I'm going to guess Gerard Butler.
Look at him. He's like, you goddamn right it's Gerard Butler. So what? I'm wearing a bath towel right now. You want to fuck with me? Yes, people, it's Gerard Butler. You know, he was oiled up in 300. Then he went off and made a whole bunch of romantic comedies and whatnot. You remember?
A whole bunch of shitty romantic
comedies. That should have been the key word.
Yeah.
But that would have gave it away. Look at me. He's like, I wish you say that to my face. I will. Shit, I had to suffer through that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's see here. Y'all got my ass beat by your movies. One more ass beaten by your punk ass ain't gonna do anything. What do you mean?
Now don't blame me for 302. I wasn't.
I wasn't even. Look at him. He's like, I was not in that shit. All right, that's what he looked like when they asked him to be in the movie. Hell no, I ain't gonna do 303 or 2 or whatever the fuck it is. Fuck out my house. All right, Martin. The next one is this person was too busy fighting aliens and fighting ghosts.
Everybody's fighting aliens.
I know, that's what they do. You figure, why shouldn't they be on the Expendables? They're probably too good. Y'all bullshitting with all these nameless terrorists and everything. I'm fighting aliens. Martin,
aliens and ghosts?
Fighting aliens and ghosts. I'll give you a hint. They didn't really fight the ghost.
Oh,
they were kind of victims of ghost.
Ooh.
Or a ghost. But they did fight aliens.
Yeah.
This one's a little tricky, Martin. I'll give you that. People fighting aliens and being messed with by ghosts. This person was too busy fighting aliens and ghosts. Martin, you give up there?
I give up.
Oh, Martin, a few seconds left. Oh, all right, Martin. I'm sorry, you were wrong. It is Ripley.
Oh.
Ripley. Hey, they're bringing in women now.
When was she fighting ghosts?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, Jesus.
I gave you a hint. I said she was kind of a victim of a ghost. Come on now.
All right.
I did. Don't blame. Don't put that on me.
Okay. All right. You're right.
Come on.
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
She's like, I dare you say something. Aliens.
Yeah.
And I even said,
No.
I even put emphasis
I
on
said
that.
okay.
Okay. All right. I'm right. All right, Martin. You still get a chance to redeem yourself right here. You got one. Let's see if
didn't I get 2?
No,
Okay.
you missed that first one.
All right. That's fine.
Let's go ahead and get into this third one right here. Oh, this is the fourth one. Okay, this person was too busy chopping up bad guys in cartoony retro grindhouse movies. You think you know who this is, Martin? I'm going to say it one more time. This person was too busy chopping up bad guys in cartoony retro grindhouse movies, Martin.
Okay, should I say my answer now?
Give people a little bit of time out there. Give you about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Martin, tell the people who it is.
Danny Trejo?
Martin, I was going to say, if you got that one wrong, I was going to come over there and chop you myself. Yes, Danny Trejo. He's mad.
I know.
Nobody gave me a call with Expendables. I was waiting. I don't know what accent I'm doing. You're looking at me like, damn, Corey, what accent is that? Is that me? All right. This is our last one, Martin. Last one. Martin, this person was too busy beating the shit out of everything. Not everybody, but everything. I think some of the people know who I'm talking about. I'm going to say it one more time. This person was too busy beating the shit out of everything in his path. Martin, let's get the people. You look like you know. Let's get the people.
I can guess.
You know this. All right. You got it out there, people? Let's see if my man Martin over here knows what you're thinking.
Liam Neeson?
Of course, Martin.
What things? I mean, he beats the shit out of everyone. Even Batman.
wolves. He beat. I think that's a werewolf. He got right there. He's beating up. He beat up wolves. He beat up a plane.
Okay.
Come on, beat the shit out of it. Look at it.
Wait, did you see The Gray?
It's insinuated that he beat that wolf's ass. All right, that's all I'll say, people. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah. Okay.
and he says it too. Martin, you goddamn right, I did. You want look at his
face.
He's telling you right now. You want to tell me I didn't? Say something.
No, sir. No, I saw you do it.
Shit, he's beating somebody's ass as we speak right now. That's gonna be you, Martin. You keep douding him.
This is the last guy who questioned me.
Yeah. This is the last guy who said I didn't beat that wolf up in the grave. So yeah, Liam Neeson, how come you didn't fight that wolf?
It's great to have you back. No better place to be.